So the Wawa's open. We want to print that out for today or tomorrow.
And this could be any order, not just Wawa.
Yeah, anything. So I changed the date to 2/15, which I'll show you in there. Delivery date's already in there. We changed the carrier also because it was any.
Yeah.
So just double click. All right. First thing you would go would be this little ellipsis box here. Click, left click it open. All right, so we already did it, but you would put in Old Dominion here, Old Dominion here, and you would change the date to the date you want to ship, which we already did, 2/15 on this and this one. Scheduled and ship date. Start, load, and end load, I don't care, we don't need to know. Hit save. And technically it's supposed to save all the information you put on here.
Okay.
You'll have to come back later and still do the vehicle number and a seal if we need it. So once you're on here, I mean, you can look on the items here to see what it is, but basically you're just going to hit the release button. Yeah. Then you go to pick tasks and you hit update task list. That'll create the task. The bigger the order, the longer this is going to take. And if you get the deadlock error where it says system resources deadlock, just do it again. So there's the 3 picks. And nothing came up here, so it's picking everything that we need. You might get a box here that says not all picks were created, not enough available inventory. If that's the case, you can go back to line item, and again, you can highlight and copy the order number, or not the order number, the material, the item number, and you can go back to the SKU screen and just copy it in there, and you would see everything available. So if it didn't come up, like say these weren't here, and we did another order, well, you would see that these 3 are already assigned to somebody for, like, you know, shipping on an order. So that's why it wouldn't give you more. If it tells you there isn't enough, it's usually because there's something wrong with the status. It's either already on somebody's order and you don't have enough to do your order that you just did, or if something's restricted, on hold, or it's past the ship life, it'll give you that error about, you know, you don't have enough available inventory. So basically just come in here and look. If there's enough good ones, you can go back and try it again. Yeah. There might be something wrong, but that one came through no problem. So, and again, like I said, you can keep this Windows tab, and I'll show you how to do the task configuration. Unit you can keep open. That's where you go to look for the stages and stuff like that. Traffic manager is always going to be open. SKU screen you can always keep open, and this is the order, outbound order that we're working on. So if you look on the line items, as long as it's green, that means it allocated everything that it was asking for. Okay. If it was not green, if it was orange, that's where you would see an error, like something's wrong. So back to the pick task. So you just updated the pick task that created them. You have to assign them to someone. I'll assign this to you. We'll probably get this later. Maybe we'll even throw it on the truck today. Who knows? Get it out of here. All right, now super value is still there because we didn't ship it. You pulled it 2 weeks ago, so it's always going to show up until it's shipped out. That's the one you just did this morning. So that's done. So basically you can just hit save now. Even though it's going to come up with the same time, it doesn't matter because that one's done. If you still had an order active, then I would want to move this till, 12:01. So all the orders stay in order. It's like when you give the orders to Andy, you're giving him 5 orders. You're going to do 12:01, 12:02, 12:03. The order you want the orders done in. That's how he's going to see them on his gun. So you're done this one, so I could leave it at 12:00. It wouldn't make a difference because this one is the one you did early this morning.
Okay.
And this one would pop up because that would be the only active one. But if that one was active, like I said, you just change it to, you know, move it up a minute or two and just hit save, and then it'll kind of just go in order. All right, so now that's assigned to you. Make your pick list. Just print the default printer. All right, and this will give you an estimate for the pallet. You can look at this, pick. That's full skids. So so you need 3 placards. So just remember this number, 807-338. You can close this. On your traffic, go to the tree. Now this has it in there as 215, so it'll be in 215. All right, it's right there. Double click. Go to Documents. Pallet placard. All right, it's going to start on my default printer, which is that one, so you don't have to look for anything. You can just hit OK, print. So it's printing now. All right, so they're printed. Hit OK. When you close this, it's going to ask you abandon changes. Just hit yes. All right, so that one's assigned to you. Everything's printed. You clip it. Actually, what we did skip is we skipped putting in the pro number. My mistake. I usually do this ahead.